So as you can tell by the title and that very interesting thumbnail, we're going to be talking about Black Cat and Spider-Man 2. By the way, shout out to whoever made that original image, this one, because I found it on Twitter with no watermark, posted by a fan account, and was like, oh yeah, we gotta make this image a thumbnail, but just put the Advanced 2.0 suit over it, and boom. Great thumbnail. She's a cat-themed burglar that mainly likes to steal jewelry and stuff like that, even though her alter ego, Felicia Hardy, is rich, typically anyway. But I think she does it more for the thrill. And she debuted in the Amazing Spider-Man 194 comic, and ever since then, she's been a pretty popular character. And you know, since then, she's been in various different Spider-Man media, my favorite personally being Spider-Man, the 90s animated series.
Not with you around. You must think I'm a fool.
I think you are incredible. I only wish I really knew the woman under this mask.
Then maybe it's time you did. Why don't I take off my mask and you take off yours?
Anyway though, Black Cat has always been a fairly popular character in Spider-Man media. If you somehow didn't know, Black Cat is basically Marvel's version of DC's Catwoman, but for Spider-Man. But Spider-Man and Black Cat, their relationship is typically that forbidden love, that kind of toxic relationship, if you will. And it's that type of dynamic where she's very attractive. The pussy is fire, I'm telling you. But like, she's toxic as hell, so like, you can't continue to have ties with her, you know what I mean? And trust me, we all been there, fellas. With that, we are going to be talking about Black Cat specifically in Spider-Man 2, and basically what will her role be in the game, and how will the dynamic of her and Peter, or more specifically Spider-Man, play out. Because obviously Peter is with MJ currently, but he will be getting the symbiote, so things may get messy. So let's get into that. So where her and Peter stand in the game right now, Black Cat and Spider-Man stand in the game right now, brief catch up. So let's just start back with MJ and Peter. After becoming best friends in middle school, MJ and Peter started a relationship in their senior year of college. MJ learned Peter is Spider-Man early in Peter's career as Spider-Man and helped patch him up multiple times after fights, and they dated until 6 months before the start of Spider-Man PS4. Pete was 23 in Spider-Man PS4, so about a year after college they broke up, so they were together for a year it sounds like. Then the 6-month period where they were broken up happened, and they were on good terms, but seemingly didn't keep contact or talk much to each other at all in that 6-month period. Now during that 6-month period, Spider-Man dated none other than Black Cat, and they were partners professionally and romantically of course, but she even gave up crime for him, and somewhere in that period of dating, Peter got all up in that, bro.
Shit finna get diabolical.
And we just knew how fire it was, because Black Cat is literally this man's weakness. Look at this shit on the screen that I'm showing you. Bro doesn't know what to say, bro can't breathe, like damn. And I mean, shit, I don't blame him. But anyway, that's not all we're here to talk about. But anyway, they didn't end up dating for long because Black Cat, of course, you know, turned back to doing crime, which turned Peter off, which then made him end the relationship, resulting in Black Cat leaving New York for a period of time. That is until the events of Spider-Man PS4. That's where we get hints of her during the main game, and then the DLC where basically she lied about, you know, possibly having a kid with Peter to use him to help find mafia drives with money on them. I'm pretty sure that's basically what the DLC story was with Black Cat. It's been a while since I played it, but she made it even by saving Spider-Man's life from Hammerhead towards the end of the DLC, so that's currently kind of where they're at right now. They're kind of on good terms. So let's start off with, can Black Cat fit in this story? I feel like yes, but it might be like a really tight fit. Damn, pun was not intended, but that was funny. If you got that, you got that. But I say that because we have Wraith, Yuri, Pete storyline, then we have Kraven, Lizard, Connor's Norman symbiote Peter Harry storyline going on, possibly Eddie Brock, Green Goblin setup, Miles Morales, and as well Mr. Negative. Probably more missing, but yeah, there's already a lot going on. So if she is in the game, I don't think it will be like a major role, definitely like a small role, I think for sure, but I do expect at least a cameo. And as well, we did see her in the Kraven trailer, so she's very likely to show up in the game, but there definitely is one point it would make sense for her to show up in the story at. It would make the most sense for her to show up any point after Peter gets the symbiote and debuts as Black Suit Spider-Man, and this is because in Spider-Man media, it's kind of become a common trope of Black Cat encouraging, influencing Peter or Spider-Man to let loose, give in to the dark side, without the symbiote, generally speaking.
Free to have fun. You do like fun, don't you?
You're right. I could use a little more fun in my life. Yeah?
But it's very prevalent and interesting when the symbiote is involved, because obviously when Peter has the symbiote, he's easier to influence as far as him tapping into his more darker, aggressive side. And Black Cat is the perfect catalyst for that aspect of symbiote Spider-Man. We have seen this dynamic in Spider-Man Web of Shadows. We've seen this in the infamous Spectacular Spider-Man. I believe this was a thing in the comics too. Do not quote me on that though. I could be wrong on the comic part. On top of that, I think it would be sort of interesting to see a potential love triangle between Black Cat Spider-Man and Mary Jane, but I don't want it to be too drastic or go too far or anything like that, you know? I would want it to be a more devil angel on the shoulder type of thing, and like kind of like test Peter and MJ's relationship. But again, nothing crazy drastic. Like maybe Peter will reach out to Black Cat or vice versa, and Spider-Man will want help with something, whatever that may be. Obviously, you know, for something Spider-Man related, and MJ finds out and it's like, you're with me, but why are you asking your ex for help? That could be a really like interesting wedge between Peter and MJ's relationship. So I do wonder if they'll play around with the dynamic of, you know, Peter wanting to give into those very clear, very temptations of indulging with Black Cat, but this time of course with the symbiote, and see, you know, if he will fold, and if he does fold, how fold will he fold? I can't help myself. Anyway, how far will he go, you know? And another thing I actually just thought of could be an interesting thing, and if Eddie Brock is in the game, okay, if he is, he again, and I think he's likely to be in the game, not even just as Venom, but I think he's going to be in the game in general. Could he catch Spider-Man and Black Cat locking, you feel me? Get a picture or something, maybe of Black Cat and Black Cat and Spider-Man, or Spider-Man is Peter, Black Cat and Spider-Man kissing, and MJ sees it before it gets published, or maybe when it gets published, because, you know, she works at the same place as Eddie Brock, and of course, you know, like MJ will be upset at Peter. I think something along those lines could be an interesting plot or storyline for the game. But in general, I'm excited. I hope we get to see something with symbiote Spider-Man and Black Cat unfold, because we have seen in the movies, cartoons, comics, the symbiote gives Spider-Man a newfound confidence. His care switch is turned off. He's way more messy. He's more aggressive. He takes on a sort of bad boy persona, which could be really attractive to Black Cat. So yeah, overall, I really enjoy the sort of tedious, uneasy, but kind of delicate, complex dynamic this Black Cat has with this Spider-Man. It's very interesting. Like, some shit has happened between them, and we don't know the entire story. We know parts, but we don't know everything. I feel like there's maybe more to them, but, you know, who knows? We'll see. With what do you think of Black Cat being in Marvel Spider-Man 2? Are you excited to see her return, and are you hoping they do something interesting with her and symbiote Spider-Man? Make sure to comment your opinion down below so I can discuss all of that with you in the comment section. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows, and I try to upload as much as I can. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. If you want more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you ever had a good day, that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.